And the whole way through the concert, he's acting like he's like in a stadium or something when, we're 3 feet from the edge of the stage and he's doing, how's everybody doing tonight? And we're like, we're good. We're fine. How are you?
Throw me a donut.
It's the Williams Brothers podcast.
I'm Gar.
I'm Steven. Hey,
I'm Neil.
I'm Shaler.
I started the podcast and then forgot that we started it.
And I'm editing the podcast this week because I forgot to say my name.
I'm like, who's next after Gar again? Oh yeah, that's me. So we're talking about the 80s music in particular, or 80s bands, that type of thing. And I don't know, what do you want to start with? Favorite 80s video, maybe? Because, it was the MTV era, the 80s.
Yeah.
Because MTV came around, what? It was 1980, wasn't it?
It was 1981. It was August 1st, 1981.
81, okay.
There you go. I mean, I think the video for the 80s with the MTV generation is Money for Nothing, Dire Straits.
Steve Perry, Oh Sherry, that was phenomenal too.
There's so many videos, though, and some were so stupid that and they didn't make any sense at all, and some were just cool and amazing. Like later in MTV when Michael Jackson did Thriller, and it was like a mini movie.
Yeah.
That was huge. And then, of course, the Def Leppard videos, which just concert footage of them with their one-armed drummer doing his thing. It was amazing. So,
What was the video? Was it Take Me On that had the animation? That
yes, that was so super cool.
Yeah. Aha is the name of the group. Yeah, They were great.
The one thing I remember about the 80s, too, is that there was MTV, which was like the main network or whatever, but there were a lot of video shows. Like on TBS, there was one. USA Network had one. Night Flight or something like that. They all had theirs. And when I went off to college and moved to Greensboro, they had a local UHF station that didn't have a network, I suppose, because Fox hadn't come along yet. So it was a local video TV channel.
Cool.
With a VJ that was literally starting the video as they were talking, and it was, I thought, well, what, this is the big city here. They've got their own local TV station that plays videos. I thought that was the coolest thing ever.
Don't worry about BMC or ASCAP or any of the licensing. We'll just
I
do a
don't know
local.
if they did or not.
Yeah, we'll just do a local video show. Well, it's basically what MTV did too, right? Didn't they?
Yeah.
Allegedly, they didn't pay any of the royalties or something, and
Yeah, basically it was just a big promotion tool for record companies, and the great thing about MTV, which I don't think, it's not broadcast. It was cable. So there's nothing wrong with a record company paying to have their video on.
Okay.
There's no law there
Wow.
because it's not broadcast. I wonder if that went on.
But it had to.
Being MTV, you had to have a cable subscription, to watch it, right? It wasn't like broadcast TV. It was a subscription channel that you had to have. So it wasn't like you
Right.
could watch Friday night videos. That was broadcast.
Oh, that's right, on NBC. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it was. And I love the VJs too, which when they lost the VJs and they were just playing music, it was sort of like,
Oh, yeah.
it's not the same anymore. But yeah, so that was super cool, and it was just that limited like decade of time, and then it was gone. It was Real World, which was like, Real World, right?
There's nothing real about that.
Yeah. But what had the staying power was American Top 40, Casey Kasem.
That's true. It never changed.
Never
All the way
changed. It
through
was
that.
there before MTV. It was there after MTV.
Yeah.
And we still, because they'll replay old ones, and we'll be
Yeah.
on the road or something, and if we can tune into one of those, it's great because it's
Yeah.
all the old music.
There's a local radio station here. Every Saturday morning, they play the American Top 40 with Casey Kasem, and it can be from the 70s or 80s or whatever, and it's awesome.
There's one here that plays Rick D's Countdown. or
cool.
whatever.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Which
yeah.
that started in the 80s, I guess.
Yeah.
After it was sort of like the irreverent version of American Top 40,
Right.
where he was kind of tongue in cheek. Wherever you go, there you are. Was the thing he said at the
Yeah.
end,
Right.
instead of the reaching for the stars thing that Casey Kasem said. But every time I hear, I've listened to it with Neil in the car coming down to Florida, and every time I hear that last part with the music where it's like ba da 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 boo, and it keeps going and going and going. It just gives me sweaty palms because I used to run that show every Sunday morning because I would get there at 2:00 in the morning, be on the FM side, run across the building to the other side, the AM side where I would run that show. And if I fell asleep or wasn't paying attention or whatever, and then I would hear that ba ba na na, and I would just have to run as fast as I could to get whatever was supposed to run next and get it ready. And every time I hear that, I'm like,
Got PTSD.
it is. It totally is. Because Jerry at WSGA, he one time came in. I guess I had left the door unlocked because it was really hard to tell it was locked or unlocked. He came in and said, you left the door unlocked. And I was like, wow. And he said, do you know somebody could come up here and shoot you? And, and then you'd know what I have to deal with because I'll be cleaning up all of this. Can you imagine cleaning this carpet on the walls that we have in here? All the blood that would be on this
He's all heart.
carpet.
All heart, that man.
Expensive. Anywho, 80s music. What about that?
So when you think about an 80s band, and I know we're all slightly different parts of the 80s, when you think about the band in your mind that really says the 80s, what band comes to mind first for you?
I would say Genesis.
Yeah, Phil Collins, Genesis.
Good pick.
I would say U2.
Another strong pick, yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I'm thinking REO Speedwagon.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
That's good.
Yeah.
There's just so many. I mean, Def Leppard. Well, you could go the whole hair band route. Cinderella, all
Yeah.
those.
Sticks. yeah.
Guns N' Roses, all those.
Then Men Without Hats and that whole group, the Talk and the New Wave music, which was a whole
Culture Club.
culture
For a
club.
while, Culture Club, you could not get away from that.
Madonna.
Remember?
Madonna was got
Madonna,
her
yes.
stripes. She was the 80s, right? Everyone
Yeah.
dressed like Madonna.
Yeah. That's right.
I didn't dress like Madonna.
A lot of good
Yeah.
bands. A lot of good bands.
Okay, so
many.
here's some that you've forgotten about, right? Debbie Gibson.
Yeah.
Because she
Debbie
and what was
Gibson.
the big controversy? Was it Debbie Gibson and
and her nemesis
Tiffany.
Tiffany, yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, they were like the Britney Spears and what's her face?
Christina Aguilera?
Christina Aguilera of the 80s. The mall music.
Right.
Exactly.
They would
The craze.
they would do the mall concerts and stuff.
You break dance in the mall music, yeah.
Right, yeah. Oh, that's the other thing. Like hip hop, Rapper's Delight.
Yeah.
That was a little previous to the 80s, but
Double Dutch Bus.
Double
right.
Dutch Bus, Herbie Hancock. There was so much good music then. Do you think that exists now, or am I just being an old man? And even like Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton, and then Stevie Nicks and Don Henley. I mean, the spectrum of different sounding songs and music was like,
Oh, yeah.
it was wide.
Yeah. But it seems like it was just more fun. It was about, it was like Cyndi Lauper. And, those songs were just fun songs,
Well, that was the 80s. We're all loaded. We all, everything is good. We have so much money, we don't know what to do with it all. And
Yeah.
or at least that was the feeling. Not necessarily in our house, but, a lot of people's houses were doing great.
So what is the music that you didn't get into in the 80s?
I didn't like anything that bordered on disco. Like Donna Summer. Wasn't a big Donna Summer fan. I like
Okay.
her now, but at the time, I just didn't like that kind of, I don't know what it was about that, but it didn't.
Whitney Houston.
Yeah, maybe Whitney Houston, although she was amazing. But yeah.
Yeah.
Now I appreciate it, but I guess at the time I really didn't care for it.
To me, AC/DC and like
Oh, yeah, the really hard stuff.
the really hard rock guys, I wasn't as much into,
Yeah.
but I really like them now.
Right.
Yeah, like the serious ones, not like Motley Crue or something, but like AC/DC where they were like really hardcore.
I didn't like the alternative music. Then I didn't like the alternative music. And so now you'll think of it like B-52s, REM,
Yeah.
Talking Heads, David
Right.
Byrne, Elvis Costello.
Howard Jones.
I
Yeah.
love that
The
stuff
best,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it then.
Did you really?
I did. I used to stay up late. This was after you went off to college, I guess, because I would be up until 2 or 3 in the morning watching videos. I think it was midnight or 1 a.m. on USA Network. This New Wave Theater show came on. And it was like they were showing concerts. I don't know where the concerts were happening, but it was like low ceilings, but they didn't care. They're still on a stage. So literally, it's just like enough room for them to stand up. And they're like screaming. You've got, nails through their ears and safety pins through their noses and stuff. It was crazy loud music where they're like jumping out onto the crowd, and the crowd had to catch them, or they were like banging into each other and stuff. To me, I mean, I didn't necessarily enjoy the music, but the spectacle of it,
Right.
and watching it was like, what is this? It was like punk, I guess, from the UK coming over to the US. And
Or like Henry Rollins. Henry Rollins' band was really big back then.
yeah, I wasn't a really big Henry Rollins fan.
What
Okay.
was the name of that show you're talking about, Steve? Was it Twisted something or
I thought
Spinal?
it was New
I
Wave
don't know.
Theater. It came on after, what's her name, with the raspy voice, was on when she was on USA. She had Night Flight.
Night
Oh.
Flight's what I was thinking of. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Night Flight, which
Yeah.
went up to like 1 o'clock or whatever. And then 1 o'clock, it just went bananas with this crazy New Wave Theater.
I never stayed up
Show.
past Night Flight. I
Yeah.
don't think. It's as far as I
Yeah,
made it.
I don't think Mom and Dad knew what I was doing. I was just sitting in the den watching TV. So, what about concerts? Did you guys see any concerts in the 80s that you remember?
I saw Fleetwood Mac at the Lakewood Amphitheater in Atlanta.
No way.
Did.
Oh, my God.
Did. This was probably
Man.
87 or
Cool.
88. It was awesome. It was a great concert.
Gosh.
Great
I've
concert.
never seen Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
No, I'd love to, though.
That's one of the,
Yeah.
the few concerts I've been to. I haven't been to many concerts, but that was great.
Neil and I almost saw Stevie Nicks in Chicago. It was his birthday, and I got tickets. I was a big shot. I worked at a radio station, so I got tickets to see Stevie Nicks in Chicago. And when I went up to Chicago to see Neil, we hung around and did all kinds of stupid stuff. And we were talking about going to the concert, and then we realized it was like 20 miles outside of Chicago.
Oh my
It,
gosh.
it was like in the suburbs, and we thought we could just walk to the concert. It's got to be down here
Yeah,
somewhere.
Yeah.
And so we didn't go because it was like, forget it. There's no way we're going to pay $20 for a cab to go see a concert. And it actually turned out to be a good suggestion because the next morning we were listening to, I think it was John Landecker on the Loop. And so the next morning he was reading the reviews of the concert, and it was hilarious. He was reading them, and basically it was when she had the cocaine problem, and she wasn't very coherent. And so apparently she spun around and around and around and around. And that's all she did was spin around. And at some point she spun off the stage.
Oh, man.
And the band did a drum solo that went for like 6 minutes or something, or 10 minutes. And she came spinning back onto the stage eventually. And the newspaper, the reviewer in the newspaper called her, quote, the porked out drapery queen.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh.
God.
That's
It was the
horrible.
reviewer in Chicago.
A little harsh.
That is
I mean,
horrible.
that's like cold.
Oh.
But it was a hilarious review. Just hearing him and hearing him laugh about it. And we were so glad we didn't go. But,
I saw the Atlanta Rhythm Section. You remember them back in the
Ooh.
day?
yeah.
I
yeah.
saw them too. Yeah.
And then this will take you way back. You got to be in the Southeast to know this band, the Dixie Dregs.
I barely remember.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah. Before my time.
It was an Allman Brothers type band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I remember seeing the Beach Boys. I think that was my first concert when they were, touring forever and ever, and they came to Savannah. Saw the Beach Boys. That was a cool concert. Gar, you actually got me free tickets to a concert. You may remember. And you called me one afternoon and said, do you want free tickets to Barry Manilow tonight? So free tickets sounds good. So went and saw Barry Manilow. So that was pretty fun as a high school student. But I don't think I told anyone that I went to that concert.
I've been alive forever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Still alive and kicking.
alive.
And then I saw Huey Lewis and the News was the first concert that Robin and I ever went to in Savannah. So that was cool.
Great 80s band. God.
Now, I heard Huey Lewis and the News in concert sounded exactly like the record. I mean, they were on it, right?
At the time, for sure. Yeah.
It seemed like they would be a tight band.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Billy Joel, saw Billy Joel years and years later, and he's the same, exactly like every recording you ever heard of
You know,
him.
we have a guy in our neighborhood that impersonates Billy Joel for a living.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he busy?
He sings Billy Joel songs. You can see him sometimes on Friday nights. He does a live Facebook thing, and he sings Billy Joel songs. He has a studio in his basement and with a piano and stuff, and he'll do your requests and stuff.
When I was, doing my Navy thing, I had the opportunity to do the color guard for this group of retired Navy guys who, all been on a ship together. So they had a big reunion, and as their entertainment, they had the world's fourth greatest Neil Diamond impersonator.
Really?
Yes. And he was so proud of the fact that he was the fourth greatest Neil Diamond impersonator.
Number 4.
It was hysterical. It was good, but it was really funny.
That is funny.
Da, da, da.
I saw Rat in concert. R-A-T-T.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Round and Round, I think, was their big
Yes,
song.
exactly. I remember
And
that.
Guess who opened for him? You'll never guess who opened for Rat.
Barry Manilow.
Nope. Gar, you want to give it a guess? Opening for Rat?
I'm out. Nope. What is it?
Bon Jovi.
No
Wow.
way. Oh, my God.
Wow.
Man.
It was
Yeah.
when they had, I think, Runaway or something. They only had like one song at the time, and they were amazing. Talk about somebody that had like a really tight band and tight like a cappella vocals and stuff, the harmonies and stuff, really good. And then Rat came out and basically spat beer on the front row. That was their, if you take your top off, we'll spit beer on you. That's good stuff. I watched the clock at the Greensboro Coliseum the whole way through. I was just looking across at the clock, thinking soon I can go home, And I had a chance to meet Bon Jovi. Our music director came up and said, "Hey, want to go back and meet this Bon Jovi band?" And I'm like, "Nah, not really." Because I was thinking, well, I'm not going to get to know him or anything. What am I going to do? Just stand there and take a picture? And I don't know. What's the point? I should have gone back, I guess. He turned out to be a big deal.
They did okay.
He did okay.
Yeah.
Later in life, we went to go see Paul McCartney
Oh, good.
Wow.
here in Orlando, and took the kids. And my son was a huge Beatles fan, and so he had dressed up as one of the Sergeant Pepper's guys, right? So we get there, we're up in the nosebleed section, and there's this guy standing next to the escalator, and he looks at us and he says, "Are you guys Paul McCartney fans?" And we said, "Yeah, we love Paul McCartney." And he had a badge and everything, and he said, "I have better seats for you."
Wow.
He took
Oh.
us all the way back down to the floor, walked us up to the second row,
Wow.
and that's where we watched the concert from. So Paul
Man.
McCartney was right there. It was amazing.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I saw Loverboy from the front row at the Spartanburg Fair in South Carolina. They were like a stadium band. They were a pretty big deal back in the 80s. So Mike Reno comes out and he's automatically, you notice he's gained a little weight. and you're like, oh yeah, the years have not been kind to Mike Reno. But then the first thing he did when he walked on stage was, for some reason, there was a big box of Krispy Kreme donuts
Oh no.
over on the side, and he picks one up and starts eating it as he walks out, like that was cool or something. But it just underscored the fact that he had gained a lot of weight.
Wow.
And so, and the whole way through the concert, he's acting like he's like in a stadium or something, when we're 3 feet from the edge of the stage, and he's doing, how's everybody doing tonight? And we're like, we're good, we're fine, how are you?
Throw me a donut.
The Williams Brothers Podcast is made possible by a grant from the Saunce Group. Do something good every chance you get. And by the Williams Foundation. The theme song is 5-Card Shuffle by Kevin MacLeod.
Did you guys ever watch Flight of the Conchords, that show on
I know you watched it. I know you loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, so funny. Oh, there's something I was going to say about Flight of the Conchords. It was so funny, and now I can't remember what it was.
Let's talk about the Alzheimer's Association about
I
that.
know, exactly. Please give today.
Well, that's our show for this time. Another one in the
Man,
can, as they say.
What a podcast it was. Huh?
Telling.
That's right. It
How about
was.
that Flight of the Conchords story? That was great.
Well, that's got to make it in now.
I
So
still have no idea what I was going to say.
next
Had
week,
a great point to make.
next week
about
we're
it.
talking about Flight of the Conchords.
Flight of the Conchords. We're
Yeah.
going to best episodes and worst episodes of Flight of the Conchords. We're going to play all their songs.
I still can't believe when I pull up Spotify and there we are.
Yeah.
Gosh, somebody made a huge mistake. Yeah.
It scares me. I go to Apple Podcasts now, like I open the podcast app, and there we are. The first one is us. I mean, somebody's going to hear this.
It's they might hear it, but there are 4,200,000 something podcasts
encouraging.
out there.
So we have a
the
chance.
likelihood of anybody. Yeah, so you're saying there's a chance.